in these areas that are considered sensitive, we need to maintain some means or method to identify, who's come into the facility. When we look at the PCI DSS requirement 911, it says to use cameras and or other mechanisms to determine who's come into the environment. So as part of that, what we're looking for is that, we'll walk into your data center, we'll walk into your call centers where you're interacting with cardholder data, and we'll look for the cameras, right? We'll look around the facility. We'll look to see that you have cameras pointing at all points of entry and exit. Now, if you do not have cameras, that's quite all right, as long as you have badged access control. Now, understand that whatever you're using to meet this control, whether it be the video data or whether it be the badged access control to determine who's come into the facility, you need to maintain that data for 90 days. Now, as part of that as well, it's not just enough that we record the data. You also need to have somebody that's monitoring that. Now, it's not necessary that you actually have somebody sitting there watching the live video feed, but at least that we're looking at that data, I would say at least on a weekly basis. Or, on a weekly basis, you're looking at the access logs as to who came in the environment. As part of that as well, we're also looking to making sure that where somebody does not have permissions to get into an environment, if they've tried to access that environment, we're going to look to speak to them and find out why. So from an assessment perspective, you need to have something in place to monitor who's come in and out of the facility. You need to maintain that data for 90 days, and you need to be monitoring that information.